The first thing you notice isn't luxury, it's the silence. Tucked inside a quiet California neighborhood is a home that reflects a rare choice in this industry: restraint. Raven-Symoné became famous before most people learn who they are, built real wealth before adulthood, and then stepped away from the noise on her own terms. Today, we're going inside her California estate to understand the space, the assets, and the lifestyle of a woman who chose balance over spectacle. But to see why this home exists, we need to rewind to how her career began. Raven-Symoné's career did not begin with ambition, it began with inevitability. Born Raven-Symoné Christina Pierman in Atlanta in 1985, she entered the entertainment industry before most children form long-term memories. After relocating to New York with her parents, she was signed to Ford Models and appeared in national commercials for Ritz, Jell-O, and Cool Whip by the age of 2. From the start, her presence on camera was not rehearsed. It was instinctive. Her breakthrough came in 1989 when she was cast as Olivia Kendall on The Cosby Show. At just 4 years old, Raven became one of the youngest recurring characters in the show's history. While many child actors fade once the novelty wears off, Raven's timing, confidence, and emotional awareness made her stand out. She wasn't simply cute, she was precise. That role opened doors to more dramatic television work, including Queen, the story of an American family, where she portrayed a younger version of a character played by Halle Berry, signaling early range beyond comedy. Music entered her life almost as early as acting. Signed to MCA Records, Raven trained vocally under Missy Elliott and released her debut album, Here's to New Dreams, in 1993. Commercially, the project underperformed, and the label released her within 2 years. It was an early lesson in the volatility of the music business, one that would later inform how carefully she structured her career. Rather than retreat, Raven regrouped, co-founding Ray Blaze Records with her father and continuing to work independently, even touring as an opening act for NSYNC in the late 1990s. Meanwhile, her film career quietly gained momentum. After appearing in Little Rascals, 1994, Raven landed a key supporting role in Dr. Dolittle, 1998, starring alongside Eddie Murphy. The film was a global box office success, earning nearly $300 million worldwide and introducing Raven to a new generation of moviegoers. She reprised the role in the sequel, further cementing her status as a dependable young actress in major studio productions. Everything changed in 2003. Disney saw what others hadn't fully capitalized on yet, and that's so Raven was born. The series didn't just succeed, it reshaped the Disney Channel brand. Running 4 seasons, earning Emmy nominations, and generating massive merchandising revenue, the show turned Raven into one of the most powerful young figures in children's television. Dolls, video games, soundtracks, clothing lines, the Raven brand became global. Industry estimates place merchandise tied to the show at hundreds of millions in revenue. She used it. During this era, she starred in the Cheetah Girls franchise, contributed to platinum-selling soundtracks, and appeared in major Disney films like The Princess Diaries 2, where she shared the screen and vocals with Julie Andrews. By her early 20s, Raven was not only a star, she was an executive producer, learning the business from the inside. Then came the pivot. Instead of clinging to constant visibility, Raven stepped back. She returned to school, focused on personal growth, and deliberately recalibrated her relationship with fame. When she returned, it was on her terms, hosting The View, leading Raven's home, and expanding into production under a long-term deal with Disney-branded television. By the time she re-emerged fully, Raven-Symoné was no longer defined by childhood success. She was defined by control. And that same control would soon be reflected in the life she built off-camera, starting with her California estate in Los Angeles, California. In 2020, she purchased a modern townhouse in East Hollywood for $940,000, choosing a property that prioritizes independence over spectacle. At 2,327 square feet, the 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home offers space without excess, tucked into a gated setting that feels deliberately removed from Hollywood's constant noise. From the moment you arrive, the design signals control and privacy. There is no shared hallway, no elevator, no communal entrance, just a single shared wall and a layout that functions more like a standalone home than a typical townhouse. Entry is flexible and discreet, either through a private outdoor patio or directly from a 2-car garage, with an additional street-level parking space adding convenience. It's a setup designed for someone who values ease of movement and minimal exposure. Inside, the ground floor opens into a wide living and dining area, defined by clean lines and hardwood floors. High ceilings immediately give the space a light, breathable feel, allowing natural light to flow freely throughout the room. The living area transitions seamlessly into a modern kitchen outfitted with custom-built cabinetry, stainless steel appliances, polished countertops, and a functional breakfast bar. It's a space designed for real living, casual mornings, quiet dinners, and hosting without excess formality. This level also includes a fully equipped bedroom and a dedicated laundry area, making it ideal for guests, extended family, or flexible everyday use. The layout feels practical, not performative. Every square foot has a clear purpose. Upstairs, the home opens again into a secondary living room or study, offering a buffer between the private bedrooms and the social areas below. This transitional space works equally well as a reading room, home office, or quiet retreat away from the main living area. From here, all 4 bedrooms branch off, reinforcing the sense of separation between work, rest, and entertaining. The primary bedroom is understated, yet refined. A generous walk-in closet provides ample storage, while the ensuite bathroom features a steam shower, an unmistakable nod to wellness and daily reset rather than indulgence. Outside, the townhouse reveals one of its most appealing features: private side and rear outdoor areas that feel surprisingly secluded for an urban neighborhood. These spaces are ideal for relaxing, hosting intimate barbecues, or simply enjoying quiet evenings away from the public eye. In a city where privacy often comes at a premium, this design choice speaks volumes. But this was only one chapter in her real estate story. To fully understand how her lifestyle continued to evolve, we need to move a little west, into her home in Sherman Oaks. House in Sherman Oaks, California. Previously, in 2009, she purchased a sprawling Mediterranean-style estate in Sherman Oaks, paying $1.4 million for a home that reflected both her long-standing success and a more traditional vision of Hollywood living. At nearly 4,000 square feet, the property offered space, privacy, and the kind of architectural drama rarely found in newer builds. From the moment you stepped inside, the house made a statement. A dramatic wrought iron spiral staircase anchored the entryway, rising beneath a striking 3-tier chandelier that immediately set the tone. The design leaned into classic Mediterranean elegance, arched doorways, custom ceilings, and a layout built for entertaining on a grand scale. The main living areas felt open yet formal, with architectural ceiling details defining the living room, breakfast nook, and kitchen without closing them off from one another. The kitchen, in particular, was designed for serious use rather than decoration. A professional-grade setup included a 10-burner stovetop, double ovens, 2 dishwashers, and multiple sinks built into a large central island. It was a space clearly intended for hosting, family gatherings, catered events, or long evenings of shared meals. Every detail emphasized function layered with luxury. The home featured 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, each bedroom designed as a private suite with its own ensuite bathroom. One bedroom was located on the ground floor, ideal for guests or extended family, alongside dedicated laundry and additional restroom facilities. This thoughtful layout allowed the house to operate smoothly, whether fully occupied or hosting visitors. Upstairs, the primary suite functioned as a retreat within a retreat. A private fireplace added warmth and intimacy, while French doors opened onto a balcony overlooking the meticulously landscaped backyard. Beyond the glass, the rear garden unfolded into a private oasis, complete with a swimming pool, hot tub, and tall hedges that shielded the property from neighboring views. It was classic California luxury, sunlit, serene, and carefully secluded. Adding another layer of flexibility was a separate guest or pool house, fully equipped with its own bathroom and shower. This space doubled perfectly as a home office or creative studio, ideal for working from home without crossing into the main living areas. Long before remote work became standard, this setup already anticipated a life that balanced productivity with privacy. By November 2020, Raven made the decision to move on, listing the home for $2.1 million. Just a month later, she sold it for $2 million, quietly closing a chapter that spanned more than a decade. The sale wasn't about loss, it was about evolution. Letting go of this expansive estate signaled a shift away from traditional Hollywood excess toward something more intentional, streamlined, and personally aligned. And with that transition, the focus naturally turns from where Raven lived to how she built the financial independence that allowed her to make those choices, bringing us directly into her income story. Income and net worth. Raven-Symoné is an American actress, singer, producer, and television host with an estimated net worth exceeding $20 million, a figure largely earned before the age of 40. While many child stars struggle to protect early earnings, Raven-Symoné entered adulthood financially independent, disciplined, and already secure. Her primary source of income has always been acting salaries and long-term royalties. Early television roles on The Cosby Show and Hangin' with Mr. Cooper laid the foundation, but it was her breakout as the lead in That's So Raven that transformed her into a powerhouse. At the height of the series, she reportedly earned around $35,000 per episode, across more than 100 episodes, plus back-end participation tied to syndication and merchandise. Those royalties continue to pay dividends today. She later returned as both star and executive producer on Raven's Home, proving her ability to evolve from performer to decision-maker. Film roles in Dr. Dolittle, the Cheetah Girls series, and voice work for Disney projects added further layers of income, reinforcing her reputation as a bankable, family-friendly brand. Behind the scenes, Raven expanded her financial footprint through production, directing, and hosting. She executive-produced projects like College Road Trip, directed episodes for Disney Channel series, co-hosted The View, and in 2024 stepped into a new hosting lane with Scrabble. Each role diversified her income, while reducing reliance on on-camera acting alone. And as her career matured, so did her priorities, leading naturally into the quieter side of success, how she gives back, and why philanthropy became a personal extension of her journey. Philanthropy. Throughout her life in entertainment, Raven-Symoné has supported a wide range of charitable organizations with a clear focus on children's health, education, youth empowerment, and humanitarian relief. Rather than attaching herself to a single headline-grabbing cause, she has consistently shown up across multiple spaces where help is needed most. One of her longest-standing commitments is with the American Red Cross, where she serves on the Celebrity Council. In this role, Raven has helped amplify disaster relief efforts, emergency preparedness campaigns, and humanitarian fundraising during times of crisis, using her public voice to mobilize awareness rather than attention. She has also supported St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, contributing to efforts that fund life-saving treatment and medical research for children facing serious illnesses. This work aligns closely with her long-held interest in protecting children's well-being, both on and off screen. Education and creative development have been another core focus. Through the Young Storytellers Foundation, Raven has backed programs that encourage literacy, creativity, and confidence among young students, especially those from under-resourced communities. Her involvement reflects a belief that storytelling is not just entertainment, but a tool for self-worth and communication. Raven has also participated in Variety Power of Youth, an initiative that connects young entertainers with children's charities, encouraging early philanthropy and community leadership. In health advocacy, she has supported the Women Alive Coalition, which provides resources and support for women living with HIV/AIDS. Beyond formal affiliations, Raven has quietly donated personal items to Goodwill Southern California, helping raise funds for job training and workforce development. She has also attended and supported events connected to the Actors Fund, the Fulfillment Fund, and GLSEN. In recent years, her advocacy for the LGBTQ+ community has become more visible, including appearances at the GLAAD Media Awards and recognition from organizations such as Better Brothers Los Angeles and Diva Foundation. For Raven-Symoné, philanthropy has never been about reinvention. It has been about alignment. And that same clarity carries into the most personal chapter of her story: how she lives, loves, and protects her peace beyond the spotlight. Personal life. From 2012 to 2015, she was in a relationship with model and actress Marie Livingston, a period that coincided with her growing comfort in speaking openly about love without labels. That philosophy became even more visible in June 2020, when Raven quietly married her longtime partner, Miranda Madej. The ceremony was intimate and intentionally low-key, reflecting Raven's desire to separate personal joy from public spectacle. In the years since, their marriage has been rooted in partnership rather than performance. Together, the couple co-hosts the podcast Tea Time with Raven and Miranda, launched in 2024. The show blends humor, candid conversation, and everyday reflections on marriage, mental health, pop culture, and personal growth. It offers audiences a glimpse into Raven's life as it truly is: calm, grounded, and refreshingly unfiltered. Raven has also been deliberate in how she discusses identity. In August 2013, she publicly supported the legalization of same-sex marriage, welcoming a future where choice, not permission, defined love. Yet in a widely discussed 2014 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Raven rejected rigid labels altogether. She explained that she did not wish to define herself strictly as African American or gay, stating instead that she identified as an American and a human being who loves human beings. For some, the statement was controversial. For Raven, it was deeply personal, an assertion of autonomy over her own narrative. Her role as Grand Marshal of the Montreal Pride Parade in 2016 further reflected this balance: visible advocacy without self-branding. Even in politics, she has remained independent, publicly supporting Gary Johnson during the 2016 presidential election rather than aligning with a traditional party identity. Today, Raven-Symoné lives deliberately, identity defined not by expectation, but by choice. After decades of being watched, she has finally claimed the rarest luxury of all: privacy on her own terms. If you enjoyed exploring this side of a life shaped by talent, intention, and quiet strength, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more stories that go beyond the headlines. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying curious, and most of all, thank you for being part of this growing community. We'll see you in the next story.